Hello everybody, welcome back to Gelvin Valley on Farming Simulator 15. We have lots of grain to deliver yet, but the price isn't quite where we'd like it to be, so we're going to exercise a little patience. We are patient farmers and we're in it for the long haul. Look at that, another beautiful field ready for harvest. Oh, I just love it. Fast growth because we really want to make money bad. So we just fast forward a time past the night, and lo and behold, we're all ready to go on another field. So, and kind of like I've mentioned before, I don't know how much I'll have y'all suffer along with me in terms of getting through the harvest. That seems to be the part that takes the longest, and I know it's repetitive over and over. I'll say again, it isn't boring to me. I love every part of it, so, but what may be interesting to me in here may not be quite the same for all of you. Why am I going all the way here? Probably because I can't pay attention. Um, I think we are gonna just start here like we did before. I kind of have a pattern of doing these fields. Field number 2. I already have those things up there. Let me see. Let me get my course all ready to go. If I still have it. To combi to storage. Yeah. So, let me see here. Show waypoints. This is tickling the good old course play. All for everybody's amusement and enjoyment at how poorly, this probably wasn't the best place to try to turn around. I should look for an area like this. Now, will it see, I think those are the arrows in the right place. None, nope, I want to show it. Actually, when you show none, oh, it does make those signs go away. Yeah, I kind of like that. But you know what? I kind of need to see it, start and end. Yeah, it's got these other signs in here I don't like seeing, even when you turn it all off. It still puts that in there for some reason. So, I want to put it on combi mode. Empty the combi. I want the combine to look for... Well, Just gonna... Oh, here's the arrow. New Holland, of course. So, will this drive the course? It's going to look for the last point. It should swing into the field. That's a good fella. Now it's going to drive over the top of all my grain here, but I think this is barley. Is that what I got going in here? Yeah, it looks like barley, I think. So I think that's enough room if I can get I think the combine I maybe start up on the other end anyhow. So this may need to move out of the way. We'll see. But at least I got him here. Actually, you know what? Maybe let me stop, and I'm just going to turn him off because I got to do... Oh, this is abominable. This poor thing, I didn't even put it away decent. What do they say about horses? Ridden hard and put away wet if you don't take care of them right. That's kind of what I did with this poor combine. Hasn't even been cleaned off. That's just not a very... Why am... Oh, yes. That comes from in here. I think it has... Yeah, I do have these controls. Doesn't even look like it hardly closes the door, but anyways, there we go. I was contemplating using a little bit wider header. The trouble with a wider header is it won't visually fit into some of these fields, but it will help me get through it, some of them quicker. So I was thinking I would just, let me see what's available. Modded headers. Are these all a bunch of strange things? See, that's a 5.5. And that's also 4 meter. Be nice to have a New Holland version. See, this is, oh, this one doesn't say how wide it is. Plus it's red. This one, 5.5 meters. You know, I'm not sure if I go into the regular game stuff. See, I think the one I want is here. That's 5.5. Oh, it's also $32,000. And of course, I can't afford that right now. If I, this is 4.2, so I'm not gaining much. How much would I get? See, if I sell this thing, I'll get 10.5 or whatever out of it. But it isn't going to be enough to clear off my balance. But maybe what I need to do is rent the header. How much? Well, let me go back to the shop. Oops. Back. Let me get out of here. Okay, so this one here, let me just see. What would it take to rent it? 142 an hour. I don't remember how long it took me to... Actually, you can also do days. So I think if you rent it for a day, it's... Well, I don't know. Like if... Yeah, if you're going to have it for a couple days, that's 5 grand. Wow, wow, wow. But that might be enough to get me through the season. Yeah? I know I got a rainstorm coming. I don't know how long it's going to rain. So, unless what I do is make do with what I have at present and then rent this, which is a little bit bigger. Choices, choices, choices. I just want one a little bit wider. It isn't going to gain me much. We're talking 1.3 meters. But it might be enough just to make it go quicker. Let me just see real quick in here again. Now this one here, oh, it's a whopping 3 grand. It's 5.5 meters. So I know this one's going to be cheap to rent. I'm pretty sure maybe that's what I should do. Yeah, look at that, $785. Just swallow my pride, get the green header, even though it won't match a combine. I mean, shoot, the one I have on there now doesn't match either. This one's a little more expensive. I don't know how wide it is. And this one here, that's only 4 meters. Actually, that one's even narrower than the one I'm using now. So, yeah, I wouldn't want that one. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. Here we go, folks. All right. Actually, I may get a little bit more money if I sell it up there. So, tell you what, let's just make the haul up to the good old dealership up there. And we're gonna dispose of this header. Is that damage that I have that's keeping me going at 12 miles an hour? My goodness, this is slow. I'm trying to think the combines we had on the farm. I don't remember how fast they went, but they went way faster than this. I think we could usually get upwards of 20 out of them at least. Maybe, I don't know if we could quite get to 25. Maybe that's something they've improved with time. But the reality is, I suppose when you're taking a big old expensive combine down the road, and shoot, I don't know what they cost anymore. I think a lot of them are $1 million. To get one of those things, that is a very expensive machine. And so I don't know that you want to go just charging down the road You know, first thing you turn wrong and end up in the ditch and you cause damage to a very expensive piece of machinery that needs to be in top form just a few times a year. And if it isn't, well, you're kind of in trouble. I just wish I could a afford the placeable that is pressure washer so I could give this poor thing a bath because it just looks filthy. 19 grand in the hole every time you turn over the. I wonder if that's when the bank assesses. It's probably when all the fees, whatever they are, hit in game, right? You know, when you turn over the day, uh, go over midnight, whatever maintenance costs, whatever interest on your loan, you know, maybe that's where some of these things just kick in. And yeah, you know, if I knew how to do it, you know, I know Atomic told me. Poor Atomic's gonna think like I've thrown him under the bus. I'm really not. He's helped me out tremendously, trying to encourage me on what to do, what not to do on these videos. Everybody, if you've lasted this long, you've probably seen many of these. And one episode, I just had a dickens of a time with this silly combine trying to go through the fence. And until I fixed it in the fence so that there's more hard objects, and I don't think it'll be able to poke the header through now like it did. But it was losing the header. You know, it would go through the fence and I couldn't back the thing up, so I'd have to reset it. And then I'd be driving this combine at 12, 13 miles an hour, clear up the hill to go get, you know, the header again, which I had to reset because I didn't have any other way to pull it out of the ditch. Well, Atomic kindly told me that probably wasn't a good idea on these videos to be farming the road quite like that. Um, and you know what? I totally get that. And here I am farming the road again. But I figured this is a little bit different, right? I mean, we are off to the store to sell something and get something. So, Atomic, if you're watching this, I hope that's a little bit different. But it probably isn't. Atomic is such a good guy. Oh, what am I going down here for? You know, I think, oh, oh, never mind. I can't even keep track of where I am in the map. Good grief. I get lulled to sleep in here. Maybe this is where I should just use a teleport and be done with it. If I have everybody close their eyes and say, okay, don't watch this part of the video, I'm just going to teleport over here. That would work, wouldn't it? Because otherwise, then I have to come in and edit the videos and take that part out so you don't know that I cheated. But editing is another thing on these videos I still have yet to figure out and do. This is just raw video for the most part in the ones I've done. But anyway, now that I'm here. Oh, wait. Nope. I need to go. We need to go make a sale. So I need to drive around this side of the building. I think this is where I drop it. I gotta be careful. I don't want to lose the whole bloomin' combine. We had enough money, we could buy a new machine every year and take all the damage we wanted. And farewell, fond friend. I think the button is up here. Aha, look at that. See, in our list it was 10.5. We're gonna end up clearing another $2,100 for this. So that makes me happy. I think that makes a long drive worth it. Yeah, so look at that. I cut our deficit down. Now I'm going to beef it back up. Let me go in here. I want to get this green header. Oh, if I had the money, I would just buy this silly thing outright. But But, okay, 2 days? Yeah, that's probably enough, right? Might mean we have to do, well, see, it's a little bit wider, so I'm assuming this is going to help us go quicker. So let's renter. By the way, I haven't used this mod before. Hopefully. I probably should have saved before I bought that. Yeah, I'm going to save now, but it probably doesn't matter. Let's see how well it works with this combine. I think I'm coming in the right way. Going cab. Wish it was this easy to hook them up in real life. There. Give it a little look around. Is there any errors? Camera raycast nodes is not a... Oh, for goodness sakes. Vehicle reel is no longer used. Oh my goodness. You know what? Let me go back up here. Is there... Okay, there's a call stack. There's an index out of range. I'm pretty sure it's this reel. Let me see what happens when I turn it on. Oh, look at that down there on my HUD. It doesn't even show it attached to the combine. Is it just me or is that a little crooked? Hey now. We are doing a real inspection. I think this side of the header is a little higher than that side. Matter of fact, I almost think that thing's dragging in the ground. Well, we'll get this out to the field and we're gonna see if this causes a problem or not. But that is a little bit wider, and I think that is gonna assist us in getting through the harvest quicker. But it appears I have an error I need to fix, and maybe, man, it almost looks like that sucker is just hanging there a little crooked. This right here is flat, but it seems like the left side is sagging, which is maybe what you would expect with old machinery. I don't know. That seems to fit pretty good on the feeder housing. Seems to work, but I don't like errors in my log. You know, a lot of these mods, and I almost think this was with a Hillside Combine pack. Can I go back another way? If I go down this way, I can head right in by field number 2. Yeah? So I'm gonna head this way. And then we'll do a little cross country and we'll see if we can fit under that pesky tree that is over the lane as soon as I can afford a chainsaw that I can go take care of. Oh yeah, see now this car can catch up with me hugging the bumper. I guess we had a few cars in real life that would attempt to do this. Not a good idea if you're following machinery. Generally better to give them space. Because this close, I can guarantee you the operator can't see someone that's that close behind them. Trying to come right up the tailpipe. Look at that. Back off! Yeah, there's always things to keep track of when you took these things out on the road. Oh, and this is instructive too, driving through here, because we get opportunity to... Yeah, all of our saplings that I know we have out here are still tiny, so maybe the trees don't. Yeah, they're just little. Whoa, watch there we go. That was close. Maybe on fast growth mode it doesn't make the trees grow any quicker. I kind of wondered about that. That's okay if it doesn't. It'll be what it'll be. And maybe at the end of this harvest we can go plant even more of them so we can get kind of some of them going. We just need to somehow generate some money, money, money if we want to make this go and get rid of our deficit. Which we kind of took care of a little bit up there, but it always takes selling something in order to in order to shrink it. And it's kind of painful selling assets that we need in our business to farm with. So I'm curious just how much faster harvest is going to feel by using this. Maybe it won't even feel like it's that much faster. And you know, I like this wide of a header for another reason. The other one, which everybody probably noticed, wasn't even wide enough to cover the wheelbase of the combine. So what it would have meant in real life is your wheels would have been, you know, going over the top of some of your crop, which is not something you want to have happen. Oh my goodness, can I fit through here? Or was this a bad, bad? Oh, crumbs. Can I cheat? Sneak up here just a little bit. Oh, dog my cats. It is not going to let me to do this, is it? It's going to way down through here. Yeah, see, this is where I really need to deal with that tree. If I would have used this passageway, I need to get out here with a chainsaw. So I really kind of fouled this up, and so, oh, excuse me, go back out on the main road here, and we'll go the long way. It is what it is. I better be careful, don't scrape the header on the rock here. You know, that's something else. When you play the farming, or this farming simulator, you know, one of the things I know we've talked about before is you learn so much about different types of farming, even though it isn't totally realistic. Another thing that, you know, I gotta say, at least in the area where I've lived and when I worked on the farm, we never really had a need for header trailers. And that's something I've seen in farming sim that people use all the time. Even short headers, you know, maybe this one I'm carrying now should even be on a header. I guess I'm taking it down the road like this, kind of for convenience because it's one less thing I have to haul to the field. Now, I know in other areas of the country, if you start getting really, really wide headers, well, you pretty well have to pull them on a trailer of some kind, whether it's a low boy or a flatbed of some kind, or if they have their own dedicated trailer. You really don't have much choice. But I know back in the day, you know, we just had the pickup belt headers, and they were no wider than the combine itself, so it was pretty easy to go down the road with those or go in between fields through fence rows and whatnot. But but even like the wheat headers, I'm trying to think, like when I was on the farm, there was a 8820 that was the largest combine we had for a number of years there. And I don't know that the header was the wheat header when we had wheat. Shoot, was it 18 feet? I mean, we're not talking a huge header. And so even that would be taken down the road, um, just attached to the front of the combine. We didn't put it on a trailer. And it may be, oh, now how is this going to go? This little, oh, yeah, this is, I think I may have, well, it didn't do any damage to the cutter. Okay, phew. But I'm going to have to come back through there. I don't think I can come through here. Or can I? This is maybe where everybody needs to close their eyes. I know there's an entrance up top. I don't know if I yeah. I think I need to go up top. I don't think, did I take collisions off the fence? Nope. Okay, no more kissing the fence. That I did on purpose. A hired help here will do it differently. Okay, so I gotta drive clear up to the top of the field. My goodness, I'm sorry everybody. This episode is just me driving around trying to figure out what to do and getting ready for the harvest. So I know on the next one we'll be more into harvest. Maybe what this one can do is we'll get into the opening cut, at least. So, yeah, we didn't typically see header trailers in our area. Most farmers I know of, if they had a wheat head, they just took it just like I'm doing right now, taking it down the road. Wow, my feeder housing sure sticks into the header quite a ways, doesn't it? That maybe is something else that needs to be fixed. And like I say, I know I got an error to fix on this header. Looks like it has an index it can't find. And there's some deprecated coding in there, meaning there is still... What that tells me is this was a convert mod from FarmSim 13. Each version of the game, you know, when you look at the XML files for like this cutter header, they will look similar to the previous version, but there's always new things and updates. And so what someone probably did is they did a hurried conversion of it to FarmSim 15 from 13, and they just didn't bother to take care of the errors or the new stuff. So fortunately it tells you what some of these are so you can get in and fix them, and that's what I'll try to do before, well, I can't promise to do it before another episode. I don't know. Into the field we go. Please open sesame. Open sesame. There we go. Good lad. Okay, let's turn off our stuff. And let me see here. Do we have... Wow, there's a lot of stuff. Active side left. Where is... Oh, I don't... There. Toggle, toggle, toggle. Active side. I just want to see where's the windrow. I don't think I see the... Oh, there it is. Disable straw swap. Okay, so this is going to put out a straw swap, which is what I want, because I want to collect the straw. Down we go. Let's see how hard this pushes. It's still... Yeah, it's going to put a little straw up at the back end. Can't really help with that. Is it still dragging in the dirt? Not yet. Folks, we are harvesting barley. Yeah, that's a little bit wider. It's probably going to fill this up quicker. Let me get it higher. There we go. Now hold on a minute. It didn't harvest that little section right there. I wonder why. You know, let me see if we're popping an error. Nope, it's working okay. You know what, I gotta say, even if this header is popping an error, you know what, I can see the combine spinning. That's telling me this needs to raise up a little bit. I think it's pushing it a little bit hard. Maybe it'll zip around the corner here. Even though it has an error, I gotta say, I kind of like this header. If I knew of a way to turn it yellow color, I think I would. You know what I'm noticing is, let me see if there's an area where it slows down. I almost think the header is geared to the ground speed. Or is that just my imagination? Maybe I'm wrong on that, but I almost think this header is behaving better than the smaller one that we had, the auger's a little bit slower, and the reel speed is a little bit slower. You know, I don't know how other guys do it, but I was always taught, and maybe this is in the grass seed, you wanted the reel going just fast enough. Oh, hold on a sec. What is up with that? Oh, that isn't realistic. It's chowdering a little bit on the other side of the header, which tells me that the working area is a little bit off for the actual width. You know what? I should be writing this down. Fix work width. Fix index. I think it's for the... Okay, you just stopped. Oh, of course, because someone is in the way. Let me get him out of the way. No, I would never do this in real life. I'm ashamed to drive over the crop. I would be fired for doing this. I don't know if it's ready to... Course play, here we go again. Are you trying to find this stop sign up here? Yeah. You know, probably on the outer rounds, I don't have much choice. You know what? Let me just take him off higher. I'm gonna step back, and this is gonna go trample some crop, but again, hold your nose. Oh, I'm gonna ding my header. Hey now, the soup might not over... I started putting it in. I'm not close enough. There we go. I don't think that was close enough. I'll take that back, and I've got a couple things I need to fix on this, and maybe I even need to step out of game and just fix them before I do another episode. But what I was commenting on with this reel is I was always taught you wanted it going just fast enough to guide the crop in conjunction with your ground speed. You know, if you had the reel going too fast, you potentially were beating the seeds out before it even got through the machine. Well, that's something you don't want to do. You want to just gently guide it in. So I wonder if someone figured that out on this reel to slow the speed down just a little bit. It looks like it was a little better that way. And the auger seems to move at a slightly slower speed, which I think is a little more realistic too. But anyway, be all that as it may, I think we're at the end of an episode. I'm gonna call it here. Thank you all for listening. I appreciate you stopping by. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.